What's going on, everybody? This is Al from NCAA 06 Revival, and there is no doubt about it. The Hoosiers finished perfect season with a national championship win. The national championship is clad in crimson. The last video, we beat USC for the national championship, a convincing win. That was arguably, I guess, the best game we played all year. Offensively, defensively, we just really shut them down. Moved the ball well on offense. Just a great win. First championship for the Hoosiers. All right, today we're going to go through our off-season stuff. Should be a lot of fun. Before we do that, I wanted to check out my roster just to kind of give you an idea. I'm loaded everywhere, and I've already got... Well, let's just go to our recruiting first. I've already picked up 5 guys this year. A guard, a tackle, so I'm deep. Defense tackle, middle linebacker, and outside linebacker. The 7-inch wonder. That sounded pornographic. Anyway. Okay. Let's go back to our rosters. I just got depth everywhere. And if you notice, I have 7 seniors. I've maxed out at 70, so that means it'll go down to 63. But I just added 5 guys. So that's up to 68. So if nobody transferred, nobody left early, I only have room for like 2 or 3 guys. And I do have a couple. I mean, you know you got some talent when your third worst player is 70 overall. So recruiting has gone really well. So what that means is I'm going to be just super picky in the off season. And when it comes to recruiting. And I'm going to put a lot of points into training and just a handful into discipline. I'm going to leave discipline at 20 because you just never know. I actually had some guys get in trouble this season. I could do 20. There may be a few guys wanting to leave early. I don't know. We'll see. We'll do 25-55. Now watch, there won't be anybody that want to leave. So my plan with recruiting these extra 4 or 5 guys is to just try to find the best of the best that I could find. And hopefully I can get a handful of them to commit. I don't like to over-recruit my roster. We got 4 guys wanting to go pro. I'm going to do the minimum points on a lot of these guys. Lewis, Mitchell, free safety. I don't blame these guys. I got a lot. See, I got 213 points using the first week alone. But I'm going to just do the normal, talking to staying. I think I'm ready to come back next season, Coach. Awesome. Underwood's coming back. I've done the minimum points. It's up in the air, Coach. One day I feel like the next day I want to go. He hasn't decided yet. I'm going to do it one more time. We'll do it one more time. The more I'm excited to play for you, Coach. He's coming back. Mitchell, he may be leaving. I'm going to do the minimum just to see what he does. Aaron Mitchell's going. Thank you, Aaron Mitchell. You've played great for me last season. We're going to miss you. And we're going to do one more for Lewis. I'm going to come back next year, so we got a ton of guys coming back. Well, we're losing 1 guy. So that means I can really spend a lot of points on scouting and just trying to find the best players I can. I'm gonna get like 5 guys maybe. I'm down to, I got 3 left on the roster, so I'm gonna over recruit a couple players. But at least I'm gonna get to scout as much as I possibly can. I'm not gonna give out any scholarships the first week. I'm gonna scout everybody that's interested and just kind of look at them really good, and then nobody that's in their top 5 that I'm in their top 5 for, I'm going to let that go that first week. See if I see any fluctuation. That means they're interested. If there is fluctuation, if they go up or down on the arrows. So the first week is just going to be scout, scout, scout. And I'm not going to scout any of the non-interested ones. I want to see if any of them gets upset that I didn't even look at them. I'm sure I'll have plenty of 5 stars that'll look at me in 4 stars and just kind of go from there. It's not a big... Mitchell played great for me, but we got 2 guys behind him. One of them was a red shirt. The other one, Thompson, that backed up for Mitchell. We are perfectly fine at free safety. I'm going to try to find some real freaks. I'm talking about like a game-changing type player or two, if I could find them. That's when scouting comes in. You got to really evaluate their numbers. Let's see if we can get a commitment or two. We're going to hit the athletes real hard. Okay, now we go to returning players, and you can see there's some positions I'm not going to recruit. I mean, look how deep my quarterback position is. I don't need another one. I'm not going to bother. Halfback, I'm going to maybe find somebody here. Add some extra depth so he can redshirt. So I'll probably get 1 halfback. Fullback, I got 1 senior. I'm not going to waste a scholarship on a fullback this year. There's no point. Receiver, I got like 9 guys, 10 guys maybe. I got 10 of them. I don't need another one. Tight end, I don't really need it. I got a sophomore and a junior and a senior. It's not a priority since I got so many receivers. Tackle, I picked up that guy in the regular season. A guard, I picked up that guard. So I have 4 guys there. I'm good at center, even though if I could find an awesome center, maybe I could go after one of them, but not a big deal. Sophomore, senior, and senior. I may need to try to get another defensive end. 3 seniors. Unless I have a linebacker that's big enough that I can move down to defensive end, which I may do that. Defensive tackle. I got another one, so I'm going to have 5 right now, so I really don't need to go after a defensive tackle. Like this guy right here, like Rich Coe, could probably go down the defensive end next year. Since he's not going to play for me next year, or he's not going to start because Holt's been my starter. He's got much better awareness too. So I may move Coe down the defensive end. I already got an outside linebacker that's committed to me in the regular season, so that's going to fill that spot. Like Drew Brooks would be a really good defensive end. So, and I've already got a middle linebacker that committed in the regular season. Corner, junior, sophomore, freshman. I may get a corner because I'm starting to get some upperclassmen. Free safety, I already got 2 guys sitting there, and I got 2 guys sitting here. A kicker and a punter. I may find a punter. So halfback, defensive end, corner, and if I have a spare, I may get another safety. Okay. So if you look at our current targets, we've already picked up the 5-star guard, the tackle, middle linebacker. We've already filled a lot of needs here. So, again, halfback, corner, defensive end, maybe a safety, depending. Because if we go back to our returning players, I hit the wrong button. We go back to here. There's 8. So I got 8 spots. Add the 5 that we committed. That means I got 3 extra guys I can go after. So if I can at least find a halfback, corner, defensive end, I think we'll be okay. But I may move Coe down the defensive end, so it may not matter. Okay, let's go to instant prospects. We got everybody and their brothers interested, which is good. Let's go to halfback first. Not one halfback is interested, so I may have to go to athlete route to fill that spot. Plenty of quarterbacks are interested, even though I got 6 on the roster. I'm not going to go after them, though. There's no need. Wide receiver, tight end, tackle. I'm good at all these. Center, I got depth. I don't... 6'7", 327. That's the biggest center I've ever seen. Okay, here's where we may want to start. Just looking at some local guys. Here's a local Ohio... Illinois is a pipeline. Texas, I really don't want to go after. I know the top guys from Texas. I'm okay with that for now. Defensive tackle, no, don't need it. Outside linebacker, we're good there. Middle linebacker, we're good there. Here's a kid that's... Oh, Illinois is not a pipeline anymore, is it? I just now noticed that. Let me go back to the map. Illinois is a pipeline. Okay. Okay. Just making sure. .6'3", 252-pound outside linebacker. That is a monster. And he's interested. I'm going to scout him just to... 4'4", Whew. His discipline isn't very good. 6'5", 223, middle linebacker. 6'5", kid out of Kentucky. I'm definitely scouting him. 4'4", that's an ideal linebacker. Middle linebacker for me. This kid out of Illinois, we're going to scout him. Okay, corner. Not many corners. Just 3 guys, and I need some height here. And none of them are very tall, so I'm not going to bother. Here's a big-time free safety. Really fast, good. Out of Missouri. Martin Logan. 6'3". Here's a tall safety. I'll scout him. I got some kickers that are interested, but... Patrick Rice. Punter. Mario Jackson. Danny Carr. I already have a kicker. I don't need another one. Let's scout a couple of these punters. B plus B. A. This guy, he's a JUCO. Let's go to athlete. John Rogers. 6'8", 308. That is a defensive lineman or an offensive lineman of some sort. This kid is a quarterback. Kid out of Florida, 5'11", 176. Hands an A, 4'24". We can scout him. 4'39", not as good as a 40 time as I would like. 6'9", 266. Gosh, what would he be? Is that a defensive end? I'll scout him. 4'7", not very fast. North Carolina, 6'8", 249. That looks like a defensive end. Or, I mean, a tight end, because he's got 8 hands. We'll scout him, just kind of curious. This kid may be able to play running back, too. I don't know. We'll scout him just in case. I'm not going to probably give him a scholarship, though. We'll scout him. Again, I'm going to just scout only interested players. Let's keep going here with these running back or these athletes. Kid out of Texas, 3-star. I'll just go down to 3-star for now. Don't want a JUCO. Let's go to in-state. 5-star defensive tackle. I'm going to leave him be, though, for now. Gosh, this kid would be great. Add depth. I'll go ahead and do that. Kicker. Just don't need a kicker. Here is a local corner. He may be the corner I get if I can't find the one that I like. Kobe Higgins. Here's a fullback, but I don't really use a fullback. Don't need him. So let's go back to all prospects. And not one halfback. Not many are interested in me. But I'm going to let it all slide. Let it do its thing for the next week. Go back to interested players. Go back to defensive end. Let's do this kid out of Virginia. Out of Texas. Another Virginia kid. Another 4-star. And I'm down to 1 point. So I done nothing but scouting. That's what I wanted to do. Let's go to the next week. And then we'll really see who we really want to get. I'll get real picky with them. So the second week is look at who we scouted on the interested side. Pick 1 or 2 that we really want. Other than that, we're going to go to the non-interested guys and see if any of them got upset that I didn't recruit them. Hopefully there will be a few. And I think there will be. Let it do its thing here. It's going to take a little while. I'm really excited to see which 4 or 5 guys I really go after, if I can. I want to find some freaks, some game changers. Kind of want to get a halfback, but none of them are interested. But I throw the ball over the field, so that's expected. So I'll probably end up having to get a halfback in the regular season for next year. No commitments, that's expected. Okay. Interested prospects. Everybody and their brother went down for whatever reason. That's weird. Okay. Athletes. Was there anybody that I liked here? I don't need this guy. He's an offensive lineman or he's maybe a defensive tackle, but I just don't need him. Mike Poe. He's a quarterback, but he may be able to play running back, but we just don't know. I don't like his bench press in his squat. We don't even know if he can catch, so I'm not going to go after him. Jonathan Thomas, a 4.39. I'm not a big fan of that. His awareness isn't good. He's got good hands. He may be able to play running back. Problem is he is not strong whatsoever. That tells me he's probably a receiver. I don't need a receiver, so I'm not going to bother with him. Marshall Richard, I don't know what this kid can do. 6'9", 266. I guess he's a defensive lineman, maybe a defensive end. I may go after him. May. Let's go after him because I'm curious to say he may be like an ideal defensive end. Look how humongous he would be. But let's keep going. Let's add him to that. Let's go Coach Prestige. Let's add him. Carl Moore. Hands are a B, 6'8", 249. He's not very fast, so he looks like a tight end that just ain't going to work for me. Adam Harrell. 6'3", 193. Great hands. Still not very strong. He looks like a wide receiver. Out of Texas, I'm not going to bother. All these athletes are coming from Texas. West Odessa. I wonder if he played for Odessa Pyramid. 6'2", 177. Fast. Got some strength to him. I guess he's a receiver. I could take a chance on him. He likes my program prestige. Let's add him for now, just so I can have a list of them there. Brian White, 6'1", 246. B hands. He looks like a tight end. He may be just a really thick running back. But I think I'm going to wait on that. Quarterback, I'm not worried about any of them. Not worried about any of these. Defensive end. I need somebody who's really strong and fast. 405, 570. 585. .535, 570. This guy appears to be the best defensive end of the bunch. He's the top one, obviously. 405, 570, 456. That's the key. Find somebody who's got some speed to him as well. So let's go after him. Let's just do... I'm going to change this later. I know it's program prestige, so I can boost the points on that, but I'm going to wait for now. I'm putting my list together first. Defense tackle. These... He liked my program prestige. 448. I don't really need him. I got depth here. 6'3", 252. Man, that's a monster outside linebacker. Middle linebacker, 4'4", smart. Like my program prestige. I only got 4 guys. I don't need 5 middle linebackers. I'm going to put him on there just in case. I don't like what I see on the off-season or in the non-interested guys. I'll probably go with Kobe Higgins just because he's local. He's not the tallest, but he's really fast and he's smart. So I may do. Let's add him. Okay, now let's go to the all prospects. Let's go to athlete. So here's his 4-star. I got upset that I didn't recruit him. He's from Florida. Let's scout him and just see what he does. Demarcus Robinson. 4'8", I don't like any of that. He looks like a tight end, I guess. He's got B+ hands. But I don't think that's going to do me any good. I scouted this Harold kid and I didn't like what I saw. So I think that's here for the athletes. I'm not really seeing a whole lot. Here's one kid. 6'2", 118, out of Michigan. 4'6", hands are a B. So I guess he's a wide receiver, maybe a running back, or he may be a. I like his strength. He looks like a running back. So what we may do is just try to scout him. Let's just put a scholarship on him. He looks like a good running back. He's got the hands for the offense. Dante Hale. We'll try him. I think that's a good idea. Here's another 3-star, 6'5", 243. Probably a defensive end, maybe. Don't really like what I see. How many points I got? I got 120. I got plenty of points. I'm not worried about the quarterbacks. I'm too deep there. Okay, here's what I wanted to see. Halfbacks. Are any of them upset that I didn't go after them? Not looking good so far. Here's a 3-star kid out of Ohio. We'll scout him. B hands, that's good enough. 4'3", that kind of fits with what I need, so I can at least give him a scholarship. And if he still doesn't have me in his top 5 after week 2, then I'll drop him. But for now, we'll give him a scholarship. Just a 3-star kid, though. Here's another one out of Pennsylvania. A- hands, 4'3", That's an ideal size, so we'll just give him a scholarship for now. Everything else, let's go to corner or defensive end. Here's another kid out of North Carolina that got upset. Let's scout him for now. 4'6", 4'3", 555, and 4. This kid is exactly like the kid I'm going right here. Exact same measurables. You get those two, then you're doing good. But I'm going to just scout him for now. Defensive tackle. Gosh. Let me scout these two just in case. 500, 640, 490, 620. This guy's a little bit bigger. Stronger. Out of Ohio. Charles Price. Not worried about the rest of these. Corner. Okay, here's what we want to see. 6'4", 180 corner out of Kentucky. St. Denis. If anybody's playing in Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm going to scout him definitely. We'll just scout for now. Here's a kid that's 6'3". Definitely fits with the profile. This kid got upset. He's out of Oklahoma. We'll scout him just in case. A couple more corners, but they're small. Free safety, I'm good here. Strong safety. Here's a 4-star that didn't, out of Canada. 6'1", 416. Okay, much better. 4'3", really smart. That's an ideal strong safety. He's got some strength to him as well. We'll scout him. Kicker, here were several kickers that got upset. I don't need a kicker. And I would only take a punter if he was just awesome. Like, absolutely awesome. And I'm not seeing one that I like. We can scout these kickers. All of them are interested. Here's a kid out of Indiana. Here would be the one that I would go after. He's local. And maybe I can convert to punter, maybe. I don't know. But I'll scout him for now. Let's go ahead and put a phone call. Let's just do that. Just get him on the list. Okay. Now let's go back to current targets. See if any of them... Nobody got upset about any of that. So here we go. Okay. Do I want this middle linebacker? I don't know if I need him. I mean, that would be nice to have, but... Defensive end, yes. So I'm going to put some points on him. Let's do 31 for now. This kicker, we don't know yet. The corner, we don't know yet. Athlete, 6. Was he the one that... We just don't know if he's got much of anything going for him. We don't know yet about him. This athlete, we don't know yet. This kid... A+ hands, 4.29. He may be the running back, so we'll put some points on him. And here's his halfback that we just don't know yet. So what I can do, we can go ahead and scout this. I mean, put some points on him. He looks to be legit. I know his discipline isn't very good, but he's fast. He's big. I don't mind doing that. So I'm out of points. I'm down to 3 points. Okay, that's good enough. We'll go to the next week and see if we get a commitment or two. So it looks like I'm definitely going to over-recruit a couple players, but that's okay. Not a big deal. I can only pick up 3 anyways. I may end up getting 4 or 5. That middle linebacker looks too good to pass up. He can redshirt. I'm curious to see if any of those guys that weren't interested initially kind of like me now in the 3rd week. And I may go after a couple of them and just hope for the best on those athletes. You just never know what you're going to get with the athletes. They're fun to go after, though. I mean, the best player I've ever had playing in NCAA 06 was an athlete. So they're like a mystery bag. I have a feeling that middle linebacker may commit. Having a super fast middle linebacker is kind of hard to find. They're usually in the 4.5, 4.6 range on their speed, but this guy's 4.48. And he's really tall. It helps to have some tall middle linebackers because you're playing a lot of zone. Okay, this athlete committed, which I'm glad. Oh, my bad. Let's go back to current targets. Where's he at? This kid right here. I'm curious to see what he may... A+ hands, and he's really fast. I'm hoping he could play a little running back. That's where I want to put him. So let's see if that works out. Okay. Before we do any of this, he still has me good there. Defensive end. I really like him. So I really want to put some points into him because he's got good strength. He's fast and he's big. We'll do that. The kicker. Let's go coach prestige on him. I'm not going to recruit this middle linebacker. I don't need him. I've already got 3 guys, a couple sophomores, one's already committed. So I'm going to withdraw his offer and he can just go wherever else. The corner, he likes my coach prestige now. Let's do for the local kid. Marshall Richard, I'm curious to see where he may end up. This halfback, B hands versus A- hands. But I'm still not, he likes my prestige, but I'm still not in his top 5. So I'm not going to go after this kid. I mean, he likes the prestige, but if I'm not in his top 5, you don't have a chance. Bates, I moved up in his top 5. I'm still going to do the minimum points for him. Let's do coach prestige for now. The Richard kid, I've already done that. So, okay, now let's go back to interested prospects and see if any of these any of these non-interested guys moved me up in their top 5. John Rogers was one, I think. Maybe, no. No, he wasn't. That was DeMarcus Robinson was not. Brian White. I think that was it for the athletes. Halfback. Still like that kid. Fullback, receiver, tight end. Defensive end. Or, there we go. .375, 55. I've already got one guy. This guy's got some good strength to him. 6'2". Out of Virginia, though. Here was the kid that was not... I was not in his top 5, and I moved up. And I already have... Yeah, I may need to go after this kid. Let's just go ahead and put program prestige for him. I'm not worried about these. I just don't need them. Corner. None of those 5-star guys like me. They moved me up in their top 5. So I'm going to just stick with Higgins. Free safety. This was the kid out of Missouri. It's 40. Oh, that's. Let's just go. I'll put him on the list just in case. I really like his measurables. And I like this guy's measurables. And the kickers, it looks like the local kid is got the better leg of the bunch. So I still want to recruit him. And punter, none of these guys were good enough for me, and he's a JUCO, and I don't care. So, I'm going to leave that as is. Because if you go back to all prospects, like here's this tackle that really wanted to come. I just don't need one. I've got depth there. I moved up for this Weddle kid, this corner. That would be perfect. But I'm still not in his top 5. So I'm just not going to bother. And besides, I got way more than enough current targets as is. So I'm just going to make sure I use up all my points the best I can. Let's do 30 for him. Still don't know for him. Don't know for him. Coach Prestige. Yes, that's correct. Let's do 30 for him. I'll just do the minimum there. Athlete, the Michigan kid. Likes me there. We'll do the maximum. And I'm down to 25 points, so we can put extra points into guys that we still don't know what they like. Like this free safety. And this kicker. We can do 4 points there. And that's it. I'm down to 2 points. Okay. Let's see if we can get lucky on a couple commitments. Again, I only need 2 more. So, out of those 8 or 9 guys that I have on my list, those other 2 will come from that. And it's possible if I end up getting a couple commitments this week, I may just leave it alone and just take the scholarships off everybody else just so I don't have to over-recruit. I'd rather not. I still have to, 3 is the most I can get. Next year's going to be crazy. Tons of talent coming back. Everybody and their brother's coming back. Going to play my beloved Vols. Probably doing the first of the season. Probably start playing at Neyland Stadium first. Maybe just do a home and home with them for a couple seasons. I probably picked up a couple commitments right here. We'll see. I wouldn't mind picking up that kicker. Well, those are the three. Okay, so we got that big defensive end. We got that corner, the local kid, and we picked up an athlete. So what I'm going to do, since you can see here, we got 62. We've already got 9 committed. So we're already 1 over. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go current targets, and I'm going to take off. I'm going to take the scholarship off of this kid, and I really want him. I just don't need him. I'm not going to over-recruit. It's not worth it. Free safety, I'm not going to bother. The kicker, I'm not going to bother. I don't technically need him. The halfback, I'm not going to bother. And this athlete, I want to keep going. This is the one I want to go after. When in doubt, just get athletes. You just never know how good these guys can be. So we're going to just do 30 points there. Let me take the rest of these guys off. And I'm going to just keep going after him. And just see if we can get lucky with him. Maybe he'll turn out to be a stud. So we'll maybe have 2 guys that we'll recruit over. But I want to take chances on the athletes. Get those athletes coming in. I'm curious to see where we'll put them. I'm really hoping the kid that I'm going after right now is a running back. He looks like an oversized running back with good hands. Maybe he'll fit there perfectly. He'll still probably redshirt because Underwood's coming back. I got Peyton behind him. I don't expect any of these players to play for me right away. Hopefully I can redshirt them all. This will be the first time in forever that I didn't have to recruit for like a solid week because I just got too many players on the team. And then he committed. I think that's worth taking a chance on just because he's got good hands. He's not the fastest. I just now noticed that. It's just a 4.65. But he still may be able to play somewhere good. So I think that's still worth going after. So if you go to our current targets, we don't have any more. We picked up a couple more than we need to, but at least these athletes, you just never know what we're going to get. Let's advance to the next week and end it. Final week of recruiting. Then we'll go to position changes. I'm excited for... I'm trying to think who the other team I'll face. Non-conference. I know I'm going to play Tennessee. I'm trying to think of another one. I don't know. I like to have 2 solid non-conference games. I'll probably have a stinker somewhere in the middle where I can use for recruiting. I don't know. I'll leave that up for the next video. All right. I don't know where we'll be in our recruiting rankings or class rankings. I don't think we'll be in the top 25. We only picked up like 10 guys. Let it do its thing. All right, let's look at the top classes. Michigan, that's interesting. They're still recruiting the lights out, so they'll always be a threat to us. Ohio State's right there. 22nd, that's expected. I only got picked up 10 guys, but still, 2 5-stars and 6 4-stars. So, was Tennessee in there anywhere? Yeah, they were 17th. Okay. Let's finalize recruiting. Position changes, the fun part. Okay. Here was this quarterback that we picked up last year. Dual threat. Can't do anything else, so we'll just cancel that out. Underwood, Peyton, and Hairston. So we didn't pick up a true halfback. But we got the halfback. But hopefully one of those athletes can move over. Fullback, I'm not worried about. Tons of receivers. Didn't have to pick up anybody there. Tight end. One thing I've thought about, see, all these guys can catch the ball. So I don't want to waste. I was thinking about moving one of them over the fullback, but all of them can catch. So, like, if you move, like, Eric Jones over 76, that's actually not bad, 82. I think I'm going to leave it as is. Senior and a junior. Tackle, okay, left tackle, right tackle, that's going to stay. True freshman there, so let's do left tackle there. I'll redshirt him. Guard. Right guard, left guard, right guard, left guard. Let's do a right guard. Let's do that. I got a ton of tackles that I could probably move over to somebody. Just a ton of depth. I'd like to redshirt this kid. So I wonder if I can move over. I'm going to move over him. Just so I can redshirt this true freshman. So let's put him at right guard. So right guard, left guard, right guard. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I want. Center, I'm still fine with. Okay. Richard, Lewis, they're still back. Josh Howell, that was a good pickup. 82 overall, 80 speed. That's great. Strength, 76. That was a great pickup. It was obvious he was probably the top defensive end in the country. Left end, left end. Okay. I'm perfectly fine with all that. A defensive tackle. Here's a true freshman we picked up. We'll redshirt him. He won't have to play for a long time. Got good depth there. Just need to get a little bit better. Brown. Okay, outside linebacker. We picked up this freshman, 74, 80 speed. The 7-inch wonder, Damon Jones. Coe and Holt, but Holt is still the better of the two because of his awareness. He's faster, or he's the same. He's much stronger. We'll do left outside linebacker for... No, we'll do right outside linebacker. I may end up having... that just now hit me. I may have to move one of those athletes over to here because I don't have much depth once I redshirt. Haynes, Friend and Co. Holt, so left and right. So, yes, that's correct. Dan Taylor, kid I picked up in the regular season. Going to redshirt him. A guy like Brooks, I can move the defensive end, but I don't have to. I got depth now. Corner, I picked up Higgins, 78, 95 speed. That's great. That's great all around. We can redshirt him. Free safety, 82 and 80. Curious to see how the training works out for these two guys. Junior and a freshman, that's an ideal scenario. A couple years apart from each other. Kicker, 80 and the 70. Okay, here's where it gets interesting. Bush. He can't play anything on offense. He could play corner, free safety, or strong safety. I probably need to put him at one of the safety positions. So let's go back. 80, 82 and 80, and 87, 82. I got depth here. So he won't play much corner, so we can go back and put Bush. And what's his speed? His speed's at 93. It's one of the two. We could do it free safety. It depends. We'll see with this guy. Marshall Richard. Looks to probably be a defensive end if I had to guess. Defensive end, 74. He really can't do much else other than the defensive end. So we'll put him at defensive end. At least he's a freshman. He'll have time to grow, but 70 speed's not very good. Ended up being kind of a bust there, to be honest. I really can't see him play anywhere else. No, he just can't play anywhere else. Let me go back to defensive end, make sure I have him where I want him. Let's do a right end for him. There we go. So far, it's been pretty easy to spot where these guys are going to go. Now, here's the kid I'm interested in. He can't play halfback. He probably could play receiver, though. No, he can't play receiver. He said he had good hands. He could play outside linebacker. Is he fast? 76 speed, not the fastest. Could play corner, but he's not fast. Strong safety. Pretty good strong safety. That's maybe where he needs to go. We'll put him at strong safety. 80 speed. Did you see that go up all of a sudden? No, it was the overall that went up. That stayed the same. So we got depth at the corners where we needed, or at the safeties, and we got a defensive end. So they all were defensive guys. So what this means, backups, a backup, which is good, and depth at defensive end. So I just got depth everywhere. Good deal. Okay. So now the priority in the offseason, in the regular season, is going to be halfback. Got to find me another big stud. An Underwood who's fast, that can catch. I got 2 juniors and a freshman. At least they all can catch a little. Okay. Let's go to training. Now this should be interesting. We put a ton of points here. We should get several guys move up their overall rating. I'm still going to have to drop a couple players, which stinks. May drop a quarterback or two. I got 6 on the roster. I mean, how many do you need? Oh, look at that. 7 and 7 and 6, 6. That's great. Okay, so let's just look here. Let's look at it. Sussman went up 4. Alexander went up 2. Redshirt freshman. Val Hager. He's my back. Powers finally left. 4 went up 4. That's good. He's a redshirt freshman. Redshirt freshman. Went up 4. Gregory is senior. I may drop him. I hate to say it, but may end up having no choice. Underwood went up 3. Peyton and Hairston. That's good. I'll have to get somebody a fullback next year. 89. Okay, here's the kill with the Lawler kid. 78 speed. That's a good fullback. But the problem is he can't catch and he can't carry the ball. So he really can't do much of anything. He'll block for me. That's about it. Receiver. 3, 3, 2, 4. Ridgewayne Wheeler went up 3 and 3, so that's good. For sophomores, 88 and 85, it's not bad. Awareness, I like to have Turner in the slot. Even though Wheeler may be better in the slot if you think about it. I may switch that up. I may put Wheeler in the slot next time or next season. Tight end, Turner went up 3, that's good. 4 for Sexton. He's a senior. 84 for Jones. This was huge. Went up 7 on these tackles. That's awesome. 93 as a junior. Redshirt freshman for him. That's good. Guard. Left guard. 6 for him. That's awesome. Looks like this may be a matchup or a battle. Awareness. Yeah, Moses still needs to be our starter. He's just much smarter. That helps with the high snaps. Guard. He went up a couple. 7 for Rogers and Brewer. So that's about a matchup right there. A battle. 82 and 80. Which one's the better pass blocker? It's tight. That's going to be a tough race. That's what you call having depth right there. Okay, defensive end. Lewis went up 3. Richard went up 3. Sophomore, 88. That's great. Defensive tackle. Brown went up a couple. Or went up 5, and London went up a couple. My friend, your friend, Jamal Friend at 93. Middle linebacker, Baker, Brooks, and Logan. 4 for Baker. Middle linebacker. He's just played great for me. 89. Holt. 90. At corner, 3 and 2. Rogers and Smith. Porter. Weddle. I'll definitely have... Porter's been my nickel anyway, so I'll leave that as such. Pleasant went up to 80. That's a redshirt freshman. Whew, we really just have some depth. Taylor. This is going to be a position battle. Awareness. I kind of want to play Thompson a little bit first, but he's stronger. Not as fast. That's going to be a tough one to go. I don't know which one we'll go with that one. Strong safety, Schroeder. He's been my stud there. Bigger's behind him. Kicker went up 2, and punter went up 6. That's good. Okay. Let's go to cut players. We're going to have to cut 2. I'll probably cut that senior quarterback that's on the bottom of the depth chart. I hate to cut a senior, but we just don't need him. We got everybody else red-shirted and ready to go. Let's just red-shirt him, or drop him. I got 1 left. I hate to cut Thigpen. He's been good for us all these years. Bailey. Let's go find somebody else before I have to cut a receiver. Freshman, I ain't cutting any of those. I may cut... I moved him over so I could redshirt Holt. So I'm not cutting him. You can technically only have 3 active guards and redshirt 1, but I don't like doing that because I like to have backups in there. Non-redshirted backups, if that makes any sense. I can't do that. Defensive end. I may just cut him. I think that's what I'm going to do. We'll cut Mirando. Senior. I hate to do it, but he's at the bottom of the list. Okay. Let's go to depth chart, and this isn't super important. We'll set the... And this will take a little bit. So, I'm here to tell you, next season's going to be a lot of fun. Just hopefully more of the same. Except just good talent all around. Trying to think. Now I'm going to... From here on out, the recruiting classes are going to still be really important because I got a bunch of juniors that are probably wanting to go pro after this year. A bunch. So I'm going to have to go back and recruit, get 20-plus guys on an annual basis. I got 3 seniors on the defensive ends. Lewis, Naaman, and Richard, maybe? I don't remember. No, Richard may be that defensive end. No, Hal was that freshman defensive end. Not much is going to change offensively. There's no need to. Everybody came back. We'll still go 3 and 4 wide most of the way and just have Brandon Turner be out there on the 4 wide sets. Because he's at 91 overall, I think, right now as a tight end, which is incredible. So he needs to be on the field as much as possible, along with Wheeler, Ridgeway, Underwood, and my 4th would need to be Terrence Turner. Those are your main 5. Ridgeway, Wheeler, Turner, and Underwood. You can't ask for a solid 5 than that right there. Like I said, I think I'm going to move Wheeler to slot just because he's faster. He can get up the field a little bit quicker. And I'm going to put Terrence Turner at the Z. So you're going to see a lot of Wheeler and Ridgeway side by side and like gun spread, gun normal, stuff like that. I don't think I'll have to change the playbook up any. I kind of like the way it is. When you have tight end, you got depth kind of everywhere. I may not. I don't know. I haven't really decided. I may take out a double halfback formation. Like gun split, maybe. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. I may switch that out for 5 wide or something. Okay, what I just want to do here, and I'm going to readjust this later. I just want to make sure all my top guys, ratings-wise, are where they need to be. In which they should. Like, I'm not going to bother. I'll do that later. 90, 82 should be right. 88, 92. 87, 88. 88, yes. Friend, Baker, Holt, Rogers, 84, yes. 90, yes. 82, 80 or 76. Yeah, all that looks right. All right, that's the end of this video. The next video, we'll do our preseason shenanigans. Get ready for the upcoming season. Go find a stud running back at least, and go back to normalcy on the recruiting. Go pick up about 20 guys next go around. Going to set up our schedule. We'll put Tennessee on there, then who knows else who we may get. But I'm no longer playing Kentucky and Notre Dame. Those rivalries turning out to be thuds. Neither one really showed up to play against me the first 3 seasons, so we'll go find new rivals. It'll generate the schedule. Of course, we'll fix all that in the next video. Tough as nails, Friend and Indiana are getting defensive in 2008. You better believe it. All right, come on back. We'll do our preseason stuff, and I'll talk to you later.